adjust that real quick. Find my speech. Okay, we're ready to go. So as Ms. Dolan said, I'm Elise Tong, the IB Valedictorian, and I know that we're all very excited and eager to graduate, so I'll try to make this brief. 11 years ago, I sat in the audience of the St. Petersburg High School graduation ceremony. I watched my brother as he delivered his valedictorian speech, and today, the tables have turned. Today, my brother sits in the audience watching me deliver this speech. He drove for 4 hours from Fort Lauderdale, where he is a third-year general surgery resident, to be here today. So, thank you for that, Eric. Now, these past 4 years have been filled with uncertainty. I still remember saying goodbye to everybody after that IB spring picnic in 2020, thinking we would see each other again in a couple of days. Well, those couple of days just turned into the rest of the year. We can all agree that COVID was an unfortunate circumstance, but there are still a few bright spots that came with it. First of all, we did not need to pass the EOCs in biology or US history anymore. Mr. Kaler, we love you, but thank goodness we did not have to take that EOC. As I always say, one less standardized test is one more big win. Second, if you remained an online student for the rest of sophomore year, you could wake up 10 minutes before first period started and just take all of your classes in bed. And instead of rushing through the hallway trying to make it to your next class, you could rush to your kitchen and eat your 7th meal of the day, just like a hobbit. And if you didn't understand that reference, please refer to J.R.R. Tolkien's endless classic, The Lord of the Rings. Then, junior year became an exciting time for us to reconnect, since everyone was back to in-person learning. I remember the Blockus tournament that Mr. Fraser set up, with all of the brackets on the whiteboard. And the best part was definitely when Kathleen and I beat Quinn and Eris in the final round. And then Mr. Fraser treated us to Five Guys, so thank you for that unforgettable American experience. Now, as an underclassman, people told me that senior year is the easiest. Let me tell you, I found that to be an alternative fact. With college applications, scholarship applications, internship applications, all of our IAs, the EE, the TOK exhibition, TOK essay, and HLSA, that has definitely not been the easy time that I envisioned. And many share my sentiment, seeing as we now have the list as our IB senior inside joke. We have struggled many times. There always seems to be too many things to do, yet too little time. In fact, we still have IB exams next week, so just raise your hand if you're not ready for French, Spanish, and or bio. All right, but the rest of us, we're all prepared, so thank you for preparing us well, Madam Sampson, Senora Shields, and Miss Bowes. Throughout the years, we were able to find each other and build friendships through our habitual procrastination and common suffering. I meant the common happy experiences of high school. Because just as Mr. Fraser said, quote, "If I could go back in time, I would never want to go back to high school," end quote. But in all seriousness, we would not be able to get here today at the Tropicana field without our support nets. So please take this time to thank your moms, dads, brothers, sisters, grandparents, cousins, aunts, uncles, and guardians who are always there for you. And we definitely wouldn't be able to get to where we are today without our fantastic teachers and staff who have not only gifted us with academic knowledge, but also taught us to be contributing members to society. I would like to give a special shout out to a couple of teachers that I have worked with. They have sacrificed their personal time in order to provide us with extracurricular activities that are very near and dear to our hearts, making Largo High one of the best schools in Pinellas County. So, here we go. Off of the top of my head, thank you to Mr. Kaplan for sponsoring Mata United Nations, academic team, and the Octagon Club. Ms. Raff for sponsoring Future Business Leaders of America. Mr. Fraser for sponsoring Science Olympiad. Mr. Taylor for sponsoring National Honor Society. Ms. Art for sponsoring the Junior Statesmen of America and the IB Talent Show. Ms. Baker for sponsoring Student Government Association. Senora Shields for sponsoring Senior Council and putting together this entire event. And thank you to Mr. Nordstrom for sponsoring the Golden Pack Dance Team, and Ms. Moore for sponsoring National English Honor Society. All of you and so many more have enriched our high school experiences tremendously. So, thank you for making these 4 years memorable. That requires applause, by the way. And that is all that I have for today. So, congratulations to the class of 2023, and let's get ready to graduate.